Hey guys, this is Nalini here. Hey guys, this is Nalini here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my life. And I know it's late today for me to come live, uh, but there were some reasons for it, so I couldn't, you know, come online at my usual time, which is 9 a.m. around 9 a.m. So let's see what to make today. So till people join, I'll just make flowers, and when they start to join, I'll explain how the flower is made. I'm planning to make jewelry. You can use it as a bracelet, you can use it as a choker or a hairband, or you can use that pattern to make a belt. So that's what I'm going to do. So just give me a minute. Okay. So I'm just going to make small flowers, maybe around 4 or 5 flowers, and then we'll see how to turn it into a necklace or a bracelet. So we're just starting by making a magic ring or a magic circle. Let me just put my second light on. Okay, so here I'm just gonna chain one, and now into this circle I'm going to make 10 single crochet. So if you want, you can just mark your first stitch. Since it's single crochet, it might become a tight space, so you can just mark your first stitch. So just go into the magic ring and make your first single crochet. This is your second. So if you are a beginner, if you want to learn crochet, then on my channel in the live section, if you scroll down, there are beginners video, learn basic crochet part 1 to 5. So you can refer them, or you can learn from there, and then you can make all these beautiful things. So 2 single crochets are done, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So either you can make a 5, should we make a 5 petal flower? Okay, we'll make a 5 petal flower. So we'll just keep 5 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so we have our 5 single crochets, and now we can just close our magic circle nice and tight. And now you can just open this stitch marker and make your slip stitch in that first stitch like this. And now you can just chain one and cut. Hi Kirti, good morning, how are you? Okay, so actually I wanted to make in a combination like for a sunflower, but I don't have brown yarn. Oh wait, I might be having brown yarn. Wait, let me check. That's really hard to handle. Yeah. Morning जी हम ठीक है. How are you? Yeah, मैं भी ठीक हूँ. Do I have brown, dark brown? I have a light brown but not a dark brown. This, I don't think so, it's just brown. This is kind of maroonish. Nope, I don't have brown. These two colors we have, we'll see. Competition? क्या competition? Good morning, Jyoti. Oops. Okay, so now I'm just inserting my hook into that first stitch where we made a slip stitch. You can just carry your yarn tails along with the work, and I'll just use or yellow for this. How will it? This is very small. Do we have yellow? We have yellow. I just misheard. Okay. Jyoti, what are you making? So I'm making a bracelet. I think so. Saw it on YouTube and it was really pretty. But I think so. Even you had sent me a photo, Jyoti. So actually, what a photo you sent me? I think so. In that 5 petals were there. In the pattern which I saw, there were 10 petals. So 10 petals will be more work, but the procedure will be same. So you can decide whether you want 10 petals or whether you want 5 petals or 8 petals. Depends upon you. Okay. So this won't. No, this is not matching. So we'll just use the white color. So I've made my 5 single crochets in the magic ring, and now we are joining next color. Like this, and chain 1 is done, and now we are going to make 2 more chains. So 1 and 2, and then we are making 1 double crochet in the same stitch like this. So Kirti, I don't think so you've met Jyoti Bhatia. So Kirti, this is Jyoti Bhatia, and Jyoti, this is Kirti, Crochet Bliss. So you can say hi to each other. So I've made one double crochet, and now I'm gonna chain 3, 1 2 3. So you can make any kind of flower you want. It's not necessarily only this one. And I'm going into the next stitch and making a slip stitch. And then 1 2 3. Then so either you can slip stitch in the next stitch, or you can slip stitch in the same one and then slip stitch in the next and start making your next flower. We'll see, we'll try to make 2-3 petals and decide which one looks better. So go into the same stitch, make 1 double crochet. I'll just show you 3-4 options to make the flower, and then you can just decide which one you like. So chain 3, 1 double crochet, chain 3, go to the next stitch and make single crochet. So the petal just closes in, so it's okay, it's looking cute. So we'll make this flower. Then chain 3, 1 double crochet, chain 3 and slip stitch in the next stitch. Chain 3, 1 double crochet, chain 3, slip stitch in the next stitch, chain 3, double crochet in the same stitch, 1 2 3, chain 3, and we are done. So you can just make a slip stitch in the very first stitch which you made, like this. Then you can just chain 1 and cut. You can just cut the threads off. We've woven it while we are working. ओके तो अभी ये वाला जो फ्लावर है, पहले एक शेप दे दे इसको। तो ये वाला फ्लावर बनाने के लिए ज्योति, मैं हिंदी में बता देती हूँ। मैंने मैजिक सर्कल बनाया और चेन 1 करके 5 सिंगल क्रोशे बनाए, और फिर अपना यूजुअल जैसा रहता है, फर्स्ट सिंगल क्रोशे में स्लिप स्टिच करके चेन 1 करके काट दिया। फिर ये वाला कलर जॉइन करके तो चेन 3 करके उसी स्टिच में डबल क्रोशे किया, और डबल क्रोशे के बाद में ये चेन 3 किया और नेक्स्ट स्टिच में डाला स्लिप स्टिच करके। फिर डबल क्रोशे चेन 3 डबल क्रोशे के बाद में चेन 3, और फिर अगले स्टिच में डाल के ये किया, चेन 3 किया, डबल क्रोशे किया। तो या तो आप ऐसे कर सकते हो, या तो डबल क्रोशे के बाद में चेन 3 के बाद में उसी स्टिच में आप स्लिप स्टिच करो और वहीं से शुरू करके देखो, डबल क्रोशे और अगले स्टिच में करो, या तो फिर इस स्टिच में से स्लिप स्टिच करने के बाद में अगले स्टिच में स्लिप स्टिच करके यही सेम चेन 3 डबल क्रोशे चेन 3 स्लिप स्टिच। अगले स्टिच में स्लिप स्टिच करके फिर से नया पेटल बनाओ। तो ऐसे अलग अलग ऑप्शंस हैं, तो ऐसे सुंदर फूल बनेगा। ठीक है, तो मैं अभी 2-3 वेरिएशन आपको फ्लावर्स के बना के बताऊंगी। तो आपको जो ठीक लगता है आप वो अलग करिए। Okay, so now we are making our next flower. Magic circles. So we'll make 5 petals only, but it's totally upon you whether you want 5 petals, 8 petals, 10 petals. So you can go for that. Don't make more than 10 and all. It will be too much for a small flower. So chain 1 किया है। अगर आप चाहो तो इसको मार्क कर लो। मार्क क्यों कर रहे हैं? क्योंकि ये छोटा धागा है, तो स्टिच टाइट बनेगी तो वो आपको मिलना मुश्किल होता है कभी कभी फर्स्ट स्टिच। सो इफ़ योर थ्रेड इज थिनर, देन यूजुअली टू लोकेट द फर्स्ट स्टिच बिकम्स अ टास्क। सो यू कैन जस्ट मार्क योर फर्स्ट स्टिच। सो 1 2 3 4 and 5. After 5 single crochets, great. My comments aren't visible. Why? I can read your comments. Is it not visible to you? So close this circle. I can see your comments, Kirti. Then remove your stitch marker. In that first stitch, make a slip stitch like this. And now you can just chain 1. And should I show how to make these flowers in bigger yarn? Is it confusing for you when I'm using such a small thing, but a smaller, thinner yarn? Then we can make in bigger yarn. Okay, so I've inserted into the very first stitch, and we can just change the color. So like this, drop the tail, chain 1, chain 2 and chain 3. Now we are going into the same stitch. Oh sorry, chain 2 or chain 3? Chain 3. Okay, go into the same stitch and make your double crochet. Okay, and here what you can do is 1 2, chain 2 and make a picot like this, and then chain 3, 1 2 3. So we made our chain 3 and joined in the next stitch. So in we are going to join in the same stitch. So go into the same stitch, not join, end the petal, and we're just carrying all the yarn tails together. Make your slip stitch in the same stitch like this. So this will be a sunflower kind of a petal. Double tap on the screen to support the creator. Yes, please do like my video. You can just double tap on the screen and there would be a subscribe button. You can just subscribe there. Okay, so after slip stitch you can just simply go into the next stitch like this and slip stitch, and now here make your next sleeve. Chain 3, double crochet in the same stitch, and chain 2, sorry, and make a slip stitch in that single crochet, the double crochet stitch, or those two bars which you can see, like this. Make a picot and then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Go back into that stitch, and make your slip stitch. Now go to the next stitch, and make your slip stitch and start your new petal. So 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the same stitch, then 1 and 2, make your picot. You can see these two slanting bars, so in that insert your hook and slip stitch. So when you make this picot, it gives this kind of a point to your petal. Then chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Go back into that same stitch and slip stitch. Slip stitch into the next stitch, one, 2 and 3, double crochet in that stitch, chain 2, make a picot, chain 3 and slip stitch in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've made 4 petals and this is our last one, since we made 5 single crochets. So go into the next stitch, which is the last one, and slip stitch and start your petal. So 1, 2, 3, double crochet, chain 2, make your picot, chain 3 and slip stitch. At this point you can just cut the yarn tails. And after slip stitch, just go into that very first stitch where we started our work and slip stitch, chain 1 and cut the yarn. So our second flower is done. So this is your next option for the flower. So if you want, you can just add a hook and a pearl or something here and turn it into an earring, So the pearl you'll have to hang in between, because it's a 5 petals, so proper. Or you can just make a 6 petal flower, then it will be even, and in the petal which comes here you can just hang the pearl, and your earring is ready. So which one should we use? So which one should we use for our bracelet? The sunflower type or the normal daisy type? Let me know quickly. ऐसा वाला यूज़ करूँ कि ऐसा वाला यूज़ करूँ? 1 2 1 2, tell me which one. नॉर्मल मतलब कौन सा? ये 2 है, ये 1 है, तो 1 या 2 लिख के भेजो. 1 2. टू. Okay, चलो. So we'll use number 2. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and make at least 4 or 5 flowers. 4 या 5 फूल बनाऊंगी अगर ब्रेसलेट बनाना है. सो आप जो भी प्रोजेक्ट बना रहे, या तो अगर उसको चोकर के जैसे बना रहे गले में बांधने के लिए, तो उसके हिसाब से मेजर करके फ्लावर्स बना लीजिए. अगर बेल्ट बनाना है तो बेल्ट थोड़ा मोटे धागे का बनाइए, जो अपना वुल है उसका बनाइए, यार्न का. तो उतने फ्लावर्स बना के रख लीजिए, एंड देन ऑल वी हैव टू डू इज़ जॉइन. ओके. So you can just keep, just make flowers, like how much for the like project you need. Either you can make, what do we say, bracelet, necklace or choker, or you can make a belt. So belt if you're making, then this would be too tiny for that. So you use your normal yarn, a 4 millimeter thicker yarn. So for belt that would be better. So, or if you want to lace your dress collar or something, whatever, you just go creative with that, and you can make those many flowers. So there will be around, this much of a division between the flowers, because we need to join them, right? Okay, so let's make our flowers. So for this one I'm using a 1.3 millimeter crochet hook. So magic circle. So ज्योति अभी सीख लो. देखो magic circle, chain 1. हाँ तुमने सीख लिया ना इसमें. ओके. सो सॉरी, अभी ना साउथ इंडिया में रह के हिंदी मेरी थोड़ी गड़बड़ है. कभी तुम निकल जाता है, कभी आप आपकी जगह पे. तो माफ़ करना भाई, बुरा मत मानना. Okay, so chain 1, and we are going to make 5 single crochets. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. Then you can just close your magic circle, and remove your stitch marker, and slip stitch. In that first stitch, like this. Chain 1 and cut. So I'll just make some 4 or 5 circles and keep, so that I don't have to make it again and again. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1 and cut. Okay, sorry guys, I had received a call, so I have to. I hope I'm live. Okay, so I'm making my third one. One, oh, sorry. One. Then make your 5 single crochets. Should I mark it? Okay, I'll mark it. Since it's a thinner yarn, I mark it this way. After making my chain 1, I just put the stitch marker around, because uh, after making your stitch, sometimes it's difficult to mark your stitch because the stitches are very small and the stitch marker is thick. So just insert your, just keep your stitch marker after making chain 1, and then go ahead and make your first single crochet. Just give me a minute at this. Make this smaller. One single crochet, then make your second, third, fourth, and fifth one. And now close the circle, remove your stitch marker, insert into the first stitch and slip stitch, chain 1, cut. So we've made 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think so. I'll make 5 and then we'll see if you want to make some more. तो ये एक अच्छा ऑप्शन हो सकता है ज्योति, अगर आजकल क्या है वो हल्दी वल्दी में जो शादी के पहले हल्दी होती है उसमें दुल्हन को ज़्यादातर ऐसे फूलों के गहने पहनाते हैं ना, तो उसके लिए ये अच्छा ऑप्शन है इसी का नेकलेस बना लो, इसी का क्या बोलते हैं हाथ का ये बना लो, और जो भी बनाना है ईयरिंग वगैरह, इट्स अ गुड ऑप्शन. 5 single crochets, close, remove your stitch marker, and slip stitch, chain 1, cut. Enough? We'll see. So let's make the petals for this. So hold your next color, take this, insert your hook into the any stitch, but I usually prefer to insert into the first stitch. Hold your if your magic circle is loose, then make it tight. Take both, I'm taking both the magic circle tail end and the next one, and keep them above the needle or the hook. Make your insert your color, next color, and drop the tail. Keep all of them above the yarn, working yarn, like this. And now this is our first chain, second and third. Go to that same stitch and make your double crochet. I'll just make it again, the loop is big. Double crochet. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Go into the next stitch, make your single slip stitch, then 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the same stitch, one, two, three, go into the next stitch and slip stitch, one, two, three, double crochet in the same stitch, one, two, three, go in the next stitch and slip stitch, one, two, three, double crochet in that stitch, one, two, three, go to the next one and make a slip stitch, one, two, double crochet in that stitch, chain 3 and slip stitch in the first stitch. So this is not a stitch, okay? Go to that very first stitch which you use to make your first chain 3. So you can just leave the yarn tail here. You've woven it enough. Make a slip stitch and chain 1, cut your yarn. Now just cut these yarn tails. I'll just hide them as I'm making. I don't want any headache later. Now insert hook into the next one. So your first stitch is not this on top what you see. So this is your chain 1. So you go under that. So this is your stitch. Okay. Under this bump what you see is your first stitch. So insert your hook into that one. That is your stitch. Remove this and make your first chain. Now you can just carry all the 3 yarn tails together. First let me just make 3 chains. Now insert your hook into the same stitch. Carry all the yarn tails above your hook. Make your double crochet, chain 3, go to the next stitch, slip stitch, chain 3, double crochet in that same stitch, chain 3, go to the next stitch. Your yarn tail remains above the needle along with your work. Slip stitch, chain 3, double crochet in the same stitch, chain 3, slip stitch in the next one. Slip stitch, chain 3, double crochet in that same stitch, chain 3, go to the next one. Chain 3, double crochet, one, two, three, four, and fifth one. Chain 3 and go to that very first stitch where you inserted and make your slip stitch. Chain 1 and cut. Any doubts, Jyoti? What one change you can do, what one thing I'm not liking in these flowers and I'm regretting doing that is chain 1 and cut the golden yarn. See, this knot is quite visible. So if you're making it, don't make chain 1 and cut directly. You can cut and pull the rope, pull the yarn, so that this bump is not seen. Now this bump is annoying me like anything. Okay, so when you make it, don't make that chain 1 and cutting the yarn. Directly cut the yarn, remove the hook, and while you're weaving it will go naturally inside. See, I'm not liking this. It's seen, so don't do that. Okay, I'm not liking these flowers. I don't know why. So don't do that. Okay, don't cut and like chain 1 and cut directly. You can cut, so this nasty bump will not be seen. Okay, so now this is for teaching purpose, so okay, I'm just going to carry on. Just give me a minute. I'll do one thing. I won't use these. I'll just make a fresh one and we'll see how it looks. Chain 1. I'm not using stitch markers, but you can. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so we've slip stitched and I just cut the yarn, remove this. So I didn't chain 1 and cutting. So let's see how the flower looks now. Or you know what, do a slip stitch in the same stitch. Close the petal there and slip stitch into the next petal. Try this style of flower and then start a fresh petal from there, so maybe that will give a neater look. Double crochet in the same stitch, chain 3 and slip stitch in that same stitch. Now slip stitch in the next one. And 1, 2, 3. Go into that same stitch, make your double crochet, chain 3, go into that same stitch, make your slip stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch, and start making your next petal. Slip stitch into the same stitch, go to the next one and make your no wait, something, oh, I didn't slip stitch, so slip stitch, chain 3, make your double crochet, chain 3, slip stitch in the same, and then slip stitch into that first stitch which you made. Now you can chain 1 and cut. Let's see how this flower looks like. If even this one is not looking good, then what we are going to do is we are not using the stitch below that where we join, we'll use the upper stitch. Yeah, this is good. This flower is much better. See, this looks more polished than this. Okay, so you go for this method, not for this method. So we'll keep this here. I'm just going to dispose these. I don't want these. We'll make one more. So right now I'm going to use these flowers because I'm just making this for teaching purpose. But when you guys make it, use this method of flower making. Chain 3 in one stitch, make a double crochet, slip stitch in that same stitch, so all 3 go in one stitch, then slip stitch in the next stitch, make your next petal. So this is much more neater. And now I'm going to try one more thing which I'll tell you. So we'll just see which one looks the best for this flower. So chain 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Close the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in the fifth one, insert your hook, pull up a loop and slip stitch. Cut the yarn, pull it out. And now, so till now I was inserting my hook into the first chain here. So now let's try inserting a chain into this last slip stitch which we made, which this one comes exactly on top of your chain 1. So let's try this and how it looks. So I'm inserted into that space. One, 2, 3. So I'm not going to insert my hook into that stitch. I have inserted on top of it. So same place you insert, hold your yarn tails. One, 2, 3. Go to the next stitch, make your, no, sorry, in the same one, slip stitch. One of next stitch, make a slip stitch. Now chain 3. 1, 2, 3, double crochet, chain 3, slip stitch into that same stitch. Slip stitch into the next one. One, 2, 3, double crochet in that same stitch, chain 3 and slip stitch into the same one. Slip stitch into the next. Chain 3, double crochet to the same stitch, chain 3, go into the same stitch, slip stitch. So we've made our 4 petals and this would be our 5th one. Slip stitch, then slip stitch into that very first stitch, chain 1, cut. and our flower is ready. So we can just compare which one you like. So this was under the slip stitch which we had made. Use the stitch, the first stitch. This is definitely yellow. So this is on top of the slip stitch I made, and this is under the slip stitch in the first stitch. So you can decide which one you want to make. Doesn't make a big difference. Or you can choose any method. They both look the same. Okay, so we have our 5 flowers. So we can just go ahead with this. So now let's see, what shall we do? Okay, let's try. Okay, so I'll just make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I think so this would be enough to tie our bracelet. So I made 30 chains. Now let's take a, so I'm just going to put the defective flowers in the first and the last one, so that they'll go under your wrist. So that will be okay. So now in the back side, just insert your hook into 2 stitches, the loops, and make a slip stitch like this. Okay, now we are going to go in this petal and this petal. This is the top petal, right? So in the these 2 petals. So just make let's see how many. So even I am making it for the first time. So why is this like this? Did I make a slip stitch? Why is it like this? Let's see what happened. So insert into these 2 of 1 petal, maybe the chain 3 and the double crochet. Make your slip stitch. So I didn't make a slip stitch that time. Now chain 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Is chain 3 enough? Okay, so chain 3 is enough. Now I'm going to insert into this petal and make a slip stitch. So let's just use 2 loops of the petal, the double crochet and the chain 3. Make a slip stitch. And now from this petal I'm going directly to this one. Okay, no, actually we are done over here. We use this and this petal. Now I'm going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Will chain 8 be too much? Let's see. Where's my second defective flower? Here. So I'm just gonna use this loop and this loop so that they can just come closer. make a slip stitch. So slip stitch. Now leave one petal and into the next petal use the chain 3 loop and the double crochet loop and make your slip stitch. Did I chain 3? No, I didn't chain 3. Oh, I didn't weave in the ends. Okay, we can do that later. So chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Then leave that petal into the next one. Insert your hook into the double crochet loop and your slip stitch of the petal. Make your slip stitch. Then chain 8. If you want just one strand, that you can go in between the petals, but I'm going to make a double strand one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's join the good flowers. So these two. So go behind, take the chain 3 loop here. Whichever are wider, take those two so that the petals can come near like this. And join them with a slip stitch. Like this. Now chain 3. So whichever thread you are using, so according to that you make your chains here. From after making your slip stitch, how many chains are necessary to come to this loop. So our work won't be seen here on the right side. You're just using the loops which is over the magic circle. Okay, so I've made my slip stitch. Now I'm leaving this petal and going into the next petal and use your double crochet loop and the chain 3 loop. Make your slip stitch like this. Then chain 8. Is chain 8 enough or is it too big? So this gap you can decide whether you want to chain 8 or you want to chain 5. How close you want your flower, you can decide according to that. So should we go a little closer? Let me see. So this will be the distance. It's okay. So since I've started, I'll just keep chain it. Anyway, this is not a final product. I am just teaching this. So we can decide after making this. So if you don't want the gap to be more, you can chain less. Maybe 6 or 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Will this be too much? No. Okay, so I've made my 8 chains. Now I'll take the next flower, the good one, and use the slip stitch of the chain 3 and slip stitch of the next petal. And slip stitch. Now leave this petal where you made your slip stitch and go for the next petal. So before that, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and skip this where you made your slip stitch and go to this one. Use your double crochet loop and your chain 3 loop, slip stitch. Now again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take your last flower and go for these 2 petals, 2 loops between the petals. Make your slip stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Leave that petal, go to the next one, and in this the double crochet loop and the chain 3 loop, the slip stitch loop of that petal used to make a slip stitch like this. So we've joined one side of the flower. Now let's make, what should we do? How do we make the 30 chains? 30 chains we'll have to make separately to tie. Now we are coming to the next side, so let's chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. Leave this petal and into this petal join. So take the slip stitch of that petal and the double crochet loop, make a slip stitch, turn your work. Now we are working on the opposite side. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So I told you your chains are decided by the, you know, how big your flower is. According to that, so just calculate chains, how much is needed from to travel from one petal to that petal to another petal. Okay, and make a slip stitch into, so here's that's a slip stitch, so go into this petal and slip stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this should come like this. Keep your chain straight. The wrong side should come. All these should come in one line. Okay. Now go for this petal. Here we joined into this petal. Now we are using this petal. So just slip stitch into that. Chain it. As I said, if you don't want the distance to be much, go for lesser chains between the flowers. Make sure that your yarn doesn't go to the other side. We are just using the loops which we used to join to the magic circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. इकबाल, रोशन, हाय, how are you? कैसे हैं आप? Okay, so this is our flower. So 8 chains are done. Now directly go into this petal. Here we use this petal. Now go to this one. Use 2 loops and join. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Go to the last flower, use those loops, slip stitch. Okay, now you can just make 3 chains. Sorry about that, I hope I'm live. I'm back. Sorry about that. I hope I'm live. I'm back, I think so. So we can just join into this slip stitch of here where we made a slip stitch to join the flower. Is it enough for us? Yeah. And you can just chain one and cut. There's a lot of weaving in to do later. And basically our this one is done. Now I'll just make chains here, 30 chains. So I'll just insert into this chain, I think so. I'll just insert into the chains here. So I'll go through 2 chains and make a slip stitch. Oh, I'll have to make a slip knot into this chain. Okay, just insert it into this and make your 30 chains. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 no, 1 minute, we join from the wrong side. We have to join from this side because the back side of the chain is coming. So make your slip knot and pass it through the chains. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30, and here you can just cut. Now let's just quickly, where's my tapestry needle? Yeah, weave in the tail ends that we see here, and then we'll see the final product. Let's not spoil ourselves right now. So you don't do this mistake, you weave in the ends beforehand, before you start joining the flowers. So it is done, and this is how our bracelet is looking. So if you want, you can just add a bead here, and you can just cut the yarn tail off after securing it. So our bracelet is ready. So if you want, you can just minimize the gap. If you don't want that much gap, you can chain 6 or chain 5 if you want the flowers to be there. So same thing, you can extend and make it as a choker or a necklace or a hairband or a belt. Whatever you want, you can use the same pattern. Jyoti and Kirti, are you still there? So this is how our bracelet will look. So I think this is quite good. So as I told you, you can decide how the length of the division you want between the flowers. So you can do that, and if you want, you can just add some pearls here. So they will look absolutely beautiful. See, I think we should be having some pearls here. This would be right size. So you can just add pearls like this. Join your pearls here, and they will look beautiful. Either you can glue them, or better, safer option is to stitch them like this. Okay, so I hope you liked today's live. So do like, just double tap on the screen, and you'll be done liking the live. Do subscribe, and yeah, comment and let me know whether you found this helpful or not. And here's a beautiful necklace or a choker or a bracelet, hairband, whichever jewelry, part of jewelry you want to make with this pattern, you can make it. It will look absolutely beautiful. So I hope you liked today's live, and do give this a try. It's a very simple and beautiful pattern, and it will look absolutely gorgeous when you wear it. Okay, so it's a wrap for me now. I'm going to end my live. So do like, share, and subscribe, and let me know how you found this pattern. And I think I'm saying this for the second time. Okay, so bye everyone. Love you.